Hey, what's up, guys? Danny here today, and I wanted to talk about a real cool way that you can stand out in a good way, of course, um, provided that you're using this tool correctly. But a really great way that you can stand out at work, but more importantly, be more productive, so you can achieve maximum productivity this way, as well as just be more efficient, maybe eliminating some meetings throughout the day. So I don't know about you, but I tend to have lots of meetings at work throughout the day. And so some of those meetings are required and useful, but some of those meetings, not all meetings are necessarily required. But sometimes we set up meetings because we're used to this old way of thinking about sharing information, and it's not very efficient, and so I'll get to that in a minute. But just wanted to share with you, when it comes to putting together something like a plan or whatnot for a meeting, a lot of times what you'll find, and I don't know if you experience this, but I know I have, is that people will send you a meeting invite, and there'll be no agenda, and it'll just be like, okay, we need to meet at this time. So that's not really efficient. And so what you can do is, what I suggest you do if you are going to have meetings, if you're the one who's scheduling it, is set an agenda, a 3-point, 5-point, high level bullet point topic of the discussion, so that people are prepared to understand what this meeting is all about. You can be more efficient and not waste time trying to get everybody on the same page when you start your meetings. The other thing is, if you're the receiver of a meeting request and you don't see that information, just reach back out and ask the organizer what the high level topics are to discuss. They may not even know. And so it may get them thinking to be more proactive and useful for both, not just your time, but their time as well. So it's an everybody win-win type of scenario, right? So, I think what the key takeaway is here is just being proactive and thinking, how can I be more effective and more efficient in utilizing my time throughout the day? Now, what is the number one key? So I want to share this with you because just as a personal story, is that a couple years ago I decided I wanted to get more involved in online content creation and things like that. I wanted to share some of the knowledge I had around technology and productivity, and so I started sharing like YouTube videos and things like that on the subject matter. And so how is this relevant? It is relevant because the way that I did this was through recording video, right? So I would record videos, upload them to YouTube, and share them with whoever needed to learn that subject or wanted to learn that subject. But what I've realized is, in the workplace, is that there's at least from where I'm at, but any company that I've worked at over the past 10 years or so, there's been a lot of changes in the way that we utilize technology. So there's a lot of tools at our fingertips that we may not necessarily realize are there, right? And so what is this tool? It is video. I already said it before, but I will say it again. It's video, and being able to record video to help communicate a message to maybe your team members, or maybe your boss, or maybe if you have your own company, your own business, maybe it's putting together some training videos or onboarding videos that you can go ahead and I don't know, delegate to your team, right? So if you've got an offshore team or an onshore team, doesn't matter. You can share that, and you don't have to be there to handhold your staff. All you need to do is really just give them a link to the video, and they're all set, right? So why is video important? It's important because a great example is this. If I have to set up an individual meeting with 10 people on my team to go over the same thing because they can't all meet at the same time, that's not very efficient, and it's not the best use of my time. If I were to record a video on that same topic, maybe it's a 5-minute video or a 10-minute video, and just record it on the same topic and then share it with my team, they can go to that video and watch it at their own leisure, and I don't need to waste any more time of my day trying to catch up and chase people. So it may seem very trivial, but it's a very important thing to consider if you are someone who participates in meetings throughout the day. I recently have gotten my team at work set up with video, because it's been such a great tool for me in other areas of my life that I know that this is going to help my team and myself be more effective and efficient when it comes to sharing information and minimizing the amount of wasteful time that we have sometimes when it comes to setting up redundant meetings and just, you know, kind of answering basic questions that could be answered in a quick short video clip. All right. Not only that, but over-the-shoulder types of views of recording video. If you're trying to demo something on screen, especially if you're involved in the technology space or doing any support work or development work, being able to show people how to do things on the screen is much more impactful than any Word document or audio file or anything like that. Being able to see with your eyes and hear that audio explanation from whoever is recording that video goes a long way. So how do you get started? Well, if you are working at a company and you do have access to some tools like Camtasia for PC or ScreenFlow for Mac, or any sort of screen recording software, utilize it to record some of your videos, some of the things that you want to teach maybe your team, or just to have for reference for other people for frequently asked questions that you may get from time to time, and then just find a place to store it. If you can find a place to store it on the corporate intranet, or if you're working in your own business online, you got a small business and you've got you've got a Google account, you can sign up for G Suite, which is used to be called Google Apps for Work, and you can host your files in the cloud there and just give people a link. That's the best way to really start with getting your videos recorded using ScreenFlow for Mac or Camtasia for PC, and then saving those to the cloud. The other way to do it is to just upload it to YouTube. So if you don't work in an industry where, you know, it's there's a lot of controls and privacy and security around what content you can share, that's always one thing you want to do, is make sure you're not just uploading things up to the public cloud if you've got proprietary information and things like that involved. And so that's why it's best to check with your company on what those policies are, and because they may have a solution for you. I know I'm going to be using Office 365, when I'm pretty excited. That's a Microsoft solution, but I've used lots of different things in the past as well, including Google. So anyway, I hope this video helps you kind of think about how you can be more effective in your day when it comes to being productive overall, but specifically in eliminating meetings that are wasteful and not necessarily going to be the best use of your time. So thanks. Leave a comment below if you have any questions, and I look forward to talking to you in the next video. Take care. Bye.